Hey, Tula. Right on. Thank you.
Prepare yourself.
Hello.
Prepare yourself.
Be prepared
Prepare yourself.
for what prepares you to be prepared for when you shall be prepared.
Security, I bleed for you. My eyes burn. My point is no, 'cause you'll never learn. You'll never
Yeah.
learn. I bleed for you. You'll never learn. I bleed for you. You'll never learn. I bleed. I bleed. Lying and dying, as you read, bulletin from your mouth, on your own feed, chat of your mouth, and drugs and self-pity, sick of your loathsome little ditty, line and tanker, cashing your chips, you still ain't whining, self-loathing hypocrite, blame it on Rio, all the woman in red, it's all for yourself, it's all your head.
It starts with an L. Bullshit! Fuck you! 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 Fuck you, all motherfuckers! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you, Chevron! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you, motherfucker! Fuck you, Hollywood! Fuck you! Fuck you, motherfucker! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck off! Fuck you!
Hello, Jenny. It's Jenny and Deb reporting in live from Orlando, Florida. Home of Jenny has done all things trending. You'll find me, you, and Deb. Hashtag Jenny's on all forms, sources, and sorts of social media, especially Twitter and Rumble. Make sure you subscribe to both and support all over the place. This is the Ox Project from Orlando, Florida.
Here, I fucking stick my finger where it's fucking tiny, bro. Go fuck yourselves.
Okay, man. Those are the things we do.
You'll never learn. I bleed. I bleed. I bleed for you.
Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a pleasant evening. We're looking at the price of Bitcoin. Just took a massive dive, and we're covering it live on the show once again. Just like we covered that straight drop that happened 4 hours ago or so. Well, that was at 6. What? 6? That wasn't at 6. Oh, we must be on the wrong. It must be the wrong time. It shows this was happening like at 5, but we're live again. I mean, oh, it's almost 8. Okay, fine. Like almost 3 hours ago. But if you look, you'll see there was a drop, and then it went up, and then it went down. It made a head and shoulders pattern, and then it dropped even further. So that's where we are right now, and we'll keep our eye on that, and we're keeping our eye on other things as well as Harmony, right here, 1864 Harmony, and Solana as well. We're going to watch Solana closely. So let me see if I can pull that up. Right now, and there it is, 109.60 on Solana. I'm hot. Did you think the AC's off in here? Does it feel like it?
Yeah.
Let me go check it really fast. It just feels like there's no air conditioning. You guys, I'll be right back. Just give me 1 second. It's just, I know I'm drinking a little coffee, but dude, man. We made it a little cooler, though. Okay, because, man, I came in here and started setting up the show, and I realized I had to have the fan running the whole time. Hey, Chuckles, what's up, buddy? Okay, my car is being lame. I can hear now. Okay, good. We get high up in this bitch. Yes, we do. So let's do that. Per Chuckles. Per Chuckles. Per Chuckles. So... yes, that's right. We're giving you live coverage of the drop, which is what we do here. And you can see Solana dropped as well. It's not showing a recovery yet. And we'll keep our eye on Harmony, Solana, and Bitcoin tonight. And we'll be flipping between them and just monitoring them as they fall and rise with whatever the market's doing. 42,861, man. We could be starting the big drop that a lot of people were talking about, like, you know, predicting it could go all the way down to 31. This could be the start of that, or it might just be a little hiccup. I don't know. My technical analysis says that we're going up to 44. So I don't know what all this is about. It doesn't make sense to me. Okay, you already got your gold packed over there. Ready? Okay, let's smoke a... Okay. No, Young Click. What's up, Young Click? How's it going? Chuckles, cheers. Deb, cheers. Young Click, cheers. Crispy Cat, cheers. Beasley Enoch, cheers. Ant, Ant. He's a big boy. He knows what he said. You said I was funny. You said it. What do you mean I'm funny? Funny how? What? Like the way I talk? What? Like the way I dress? What? You think this is a clown tie? What? What do you mean? Hey, Karen. Cheers. And Josh G, cheers. Okay. And Drew, I know you're watching. Cheers. You can say hello. Like a clown, I'm here to amuse you. Is that what he says? Like a clown, I'm here to amuse you. Okay, hang in there with me, folks.
Excuse me.
Live on CNN? Are you kidding me? Oh my God, that's crazy. So I guess the IDF assaulted a Palestinian journalist live on CNN. Great.
Excuse me.
Trump's lawyers quit. This happens a lot. MAGA... What is that?
That is so weird.
MAGA man glitches when his theory comes. Is it one of my mouse goes up here or goes down here maybe, or top of the screen? I don't know. That? I don't know. What is that? Why is it doing that? That's weird.
I have no idea.
It's almost like you just want to. What is the point of that?
Do you know why? Because the bottom of your screen is on the top of that one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If you drag it up a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of funny if like you get it just the right spot, it'll just do that.
And what is it for?
This is called a re-engineer. You guys want to see something funny? Here, watch this. This is just a re-engineer at YouTube. You know, somebody thinks they know how to program. Someone thinks they know how to code over there at YouTube, right? So I pull up. Let's see. Where's the window I just pulled up? That is so weird. Okay, so I pull up a window, right? Watch what happens when I move my mouse over these avatars.
I know it's not gonna do it. Nope.
I'll try this one. That's weird. Notice I can't move my mouse over the icons. As soon as I try to click on one of them, it moves off. This is some re-engineer. See that thing that's flashing? That's me trying to put my mouse over it. You can't see the mouse, but as I try to put my mouse over those buttons, they move out of my way. That's some re-engineer over there at YouTube, whose uncle hired him, and he had to come into YouTube and slap his little fucking tiny pea ball sack on the code so he could feel like he did something. And what he actually did was he just fucked it up for everybody. That's what he fucking accomplished. Way to go, frickin' re-engineer. Re-engineer. Anyway, I digress. God, Nay's garden, he goes on a lot. This guy. No, I don't want to talk about any of that stuff. Yeah, that's news. That's the headline. You guys, that's the headline. After devastating fire, look inside Notre Dame's restoration with all that's going on in the world today. That's the headline tonight. So y'all can have a nice, pleasant Christmas, because we don't want to upset you with a genocide that's going on in Palestine right now. 20,000 dead. Oh, but look at Notre Dame's restoration. We're CNN. This is content. Just me criticizing CNN like this. This is content. You know, not even reading their content. It's just looking at how dumb their content is and telling you it's dumb. And you already know it's dumb. All of you hate CNN too. So I'm preaching to the choir here. La, that was a very good note, choir. Thank you. La. Bumblebee, 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 bumblebee. Ha 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 ha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Those are your vocal exercises, folks. Learn them, repeat them constantly, and you will be able to sing too. That's all you got to do. Just play this video back, repeat those vocal exercises, use an instrument to play along to make sure you're accurate. Like a guitar or a keyboard is great for singing along to. Or I like to sing along while I'm blowing a recorder. I like to sing out of one half of my mouth and blow the note out of the other half of my mouth because I'm really that talented. Suspect flees on foot. That's a headline. Suspect flees on foot, everybody. The guy that shot one dude in Florida and killed one dude and shot one dude. Yeah, that dude fled on foot. That's a headline. Here you go. Look at this underneath it. Another article, another headline. It says, police say Florida mall shooting may be targeted act of violence. Oh, you think? You know, usually when somebody pulls a gun out and points it at somebody, yeah, they're definitely targeting their victim and pulling the trigger. Seems pretty intentional. How stupid. What a dumb statement to make. Oh, you mean somebody's going out and committing a hate crime? Is that what you're trying to say? Targeted act of violence? Or maybe someone was just looking for someone specific to commit violence to that one person. I don't know. We can't tell from your vague shit line, CNN, and your shit lines suck. You know, you need to get a better re-engineer over there to write your fucking shit lines for you because they don't work. Seriously, I could have written that so much better. Police say Florida mall shooting may be targeted act of violence. Let's say this. Possibly motive is personal. I'm just guessing, right? You know, they're trying to make it look like it's a race hate crime. Trying to make it look like a hate crime. Oh yeah, they're trying to fool you into thinking this is a hate crime. Watch. Right there it says, I want everyone to pay attention to this headline right here. Police say Florida mall shooting may be targeted act of violence. Now, when you listen to that phrase, doesn't that kind of conjure up visions of the type of hate that we've been seeing all over the United States over the last few years? Hate crimes. Doesn't that kind of conjure that up? Even without saying hate crime, it says targeted act of violence. Let's see what they mean. Okay, I'm guessing it's personal. It's got nothing to do with race, but we're gonna find out. Let's find out.
Lunch?
Yes, please.
That'll be.
Oh, please shut up. Thank you. Dude. I'm so confused right now. I have to watch this stupid video. Wow. I guess I have to go through the stupid video and there's no article, guys. I have to just watch a video, I guess. Because that's all there is. Wow, these mandatory ads on CNN suck. I don't like my other browser that used to cut these right out and go right to the video. This Opera browser, I don't know how to turn on the ad blocker, even if there is an ad blocker. I don't know how to add a, I don't even know how to add a, here we go again, I can't remember that word of that. Oh, a plugin. A plugin. I don't even know how to add a plugin to Opera. Or if it's possible.
There's your video.
We responded to that call that came in as an active shooter. We responded with a heavy police presence. Officers immediately made entry into the mall. Ultimately discovered that this was not what we would consider an active shooter. There was a shooting that took place inside the mall that we believe was possibly a targeted act of violence.
Well, the police found the victim in a common area of the mall along with a woman who was shot in the leg. She was taken to a nearby hospital and is expected to recover. The mall...
Man, they're being intentionally vague as fuck. Intentionally. Listen to what I'm telling you. That woman, this stupid reporter from CNN, is being vague as she can possibly be, and they're pretending like this was a targeted. We heard him. It's targeted. It's CNN. You know they have people there. You know they have people on the scene. You know they know what's going on. But if they were to tell you that this was a dude that was mad that another dude was sleeping with his girlfriend, or that his girlfriend had broken up with him and now she was dating some guy where she was working at, or whatever it was, you know, if they say that, all of a sudden they get questioned over why they would be talking about something like that on the national fucking news. This happens 117 times every day in this country, but you're picking this one from Florida and you're being intentionally vague about it, and you're trying to plant seeds in people's heads that are only seeing headlines or not hearing the whole story. You're not giving them the whole story. How dare you? How dare you insult our intelligence? Huh? What? What? How dare you? Merry Christmas, Nay and Deb. Nothing but Kush. Yeah. Hey, man, bah humbug.
Of course, was packed with holiday shoppers, and they were quickly evacuated after the shooting. Police are still searching for the suspect.
Wait. Oh, disturbing images. Wait. Hold on. Wait. I swear to you, we will be able to find out what happened in Ocala. I swear to you, watch. I'd like to see the time that CNN put this up. You know, that guy he said, we know it's a targeted thing. You know the police have investigated. You know they told the reporters what it was about. You know that CNN knows this information. You understand, this isn't just about a narrative. This isn't about CNN manipulating the information. It's not about that. Yeah, definitely they've got a narrative and they're manipulating. No, what this is about is that they use this, what they're doing here, to hurt people, to affect change that they think is important. And what they're trying to do is make guns look bad in the state of Florida. And guess who that hurts? It hurts me. A good, legitimate gun owner that uses a gun for home protection and uses it for, you know, when I'm in my vehicle for protection, whatever, whenever I'm carrying it with me, I use it for myself, and I don't need CNN misrepresenting facts that they obviously have. You know, they're fucking fake news right now. Sorry, I gotta agree with Donald Trump right now. They're being fake news because they're manipulating this to try to push a left-wing narrative down your throats so they can try to ban guns and try to make people that have access to firearms in the state of Florida make us look bad. And I'm one of them. So I'm the victim here. I'm the victim here with CNN's bullshit. So I want to go over it one more time with you, because it's
students of any age from anywhere.
It's so blatant. And then we're going to go on Google and we're going to find out what happened in Ocala. Look, where's Dave Campione?
Injured after a shooting at a mall in Ocala, Florida, Saturday. Police have identified the victim as 40-year-old Dave.
I'm surprised. I gotta say, I'm surprised. Because at the bottom it says police say Florida mall shooting. Oh no. In the cry lawn, I believe it's called. The bottom third of the video, it says police 1 dead, 1 injured in Florida mall shooting. It doesn't say targeted act of violence, which is what the police officer said. So for some reason, the video is not leading with that. It's interesting.
Nathaniel Barron. The shooting happened during one of the busiest shopping days of the year.
We responded to that call that came in as an active shooter. We responded with a heavy police presence, officers.
I mean, did only one shooting happen in Florida all day on Christmas Day? Is today Christmas Day? 24th? It's Christmas Eve, right? So on Christmas Eve, was there only one shooting in the entire state of Florida? I doubt that. You know, why are they just reporting on this one? Because one person got hurt and one person got shot.
Immediately made entry into the mall.
It's so weird.
Discovered that this was not what we would consider an active shooter. There was a shooting that took place inside the mall.
Nothing but
believe
what's
was
up?
possibly a targeted act of violence.
Well, the police found the victim in a common area of the mall, along with a woman who was shot in the leg. She was taken to a nearby hospital and is expected to recover. The mall, of course.
How? Listen to that. Somebody was murdered, and the woman was shot in the leg. You get shot in the leg, what happens to you? What happens to you when you get shot in the leg? You fall over, you land on the ground. It's almost as if the shooter didn't want to kill the woman, just wanted to injure her. Almost as if it was his ex-girlfriend, you know, right? Like he couldn't bring himself to kill her, but he could bring himself to kill her new boyfriend. I'm guessing here. I have no idea what happened in Ocala. Are any of you able to Google this? This is not hard. I'm not asking you guys a challenging thing to do for me. I want one of you or all of you to get on Google right now and just find out what the fuck happened in Ocala. Find out what the shooter was targeting. I have a feeling it had something to do personal. Was a personal vendetta. I have a feeling they wouldn't accept his gift card. He came in there with a 25% off gift card, and it was probably the two cashiers, and they're like, "No, we don't accept this. This expired yesterday." And he's like, "I'll be right back." If you're a day late, man, just honor the 25% gift card. That's what I say. Because you never know it's Florida. You never know. It's Florida, and that's what I'm saying, man. Oh, the cat's limping. See when the cat runs, you can see him limping for sure. I wonder if he's got a thorn in his paw. His front right paw. His right. Hey, Rogie, what's up, buddy? How you doing, the bees? It's nice and cool in here now. Yeah, the AC in here kicks ass. That is amazing, and we're surrounded by this whole roof and everything. We got blankets over our head, comforter, towels, everything, you name it, man. All kinds of stuff to deaden the sound, so I don't have to hear doo 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 doo. It works. Okay, so did any of you look up the shooting in Ocala, Florida on Google to find out what the reason was? Come on, one of you? Can one of you do this for me? I'll do it. I'm just shocked that none of you can figure out that you can do it right now so easily, and you'd be the winner of all winners right now if you were to do that. I can't imagine that. I ask you to do something for me. I do. Nay does, from Nay's Garden. I say, do this one thing for me, and nobody does it, not knowing if there's... I'm not even going to say it. I'm just surprised. Nobody wants to be the first person to... What I want to know is the police said it's a targeted act of violence. I'll look it up, guys. Why targeted? That's all I'm saying. What, you found it? What was the reason? What was the reason? Nothing but Kush? You're shopping, Tula. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Because that's what Tula does. She shops, yo. What? Nothing but Kush. I'm waiting. You said already found. Oh, you were finishing off your last sentence. I see what you were saying there. Okay, my bad. Okay. Ocala shooting. Targeted reason. Ocala was a police issue arrest warrant for suspect. Florida law is issued arrest. This is from CNN.com. We'll go somewhere else. CBS. Current common area of Paddock Mall. Oh, that's the first time I heard the name of the mall. Eastern Time, Ocala Police Chief Mike Balkin said it in a news briefing. The shooting left one man dead. Female with gunshot wound in the limb. Said the name of the deceased victim was not immediately provided. Officers initially responded to reports of what they thought active shooters would determine it was a targeted act of violence. The man who was killed was believed to be the target of the shooting. There we go. The suspect, described as a black male dressed in a black hoodie, black pants, black mask, later remains at large. The firearm used in the shooting has since been recovered. Okay, so the man who was killed was believed to be the target. So there seems to be a little bit more information we got off of CBS. Let's keep searching. Ocala Police Chief Mike Balkin Saturday said police believe the shooting was a targeted act of violence. One man, identified as 40-year-old David Nathan, was found dead from gunshot wound. Okay, we're getting a little bit more. Let's see what else we can find. What is this shit? What is... No, dude, fuck you. Get off my goddamn screen. USA Today. Let's check out USA Today. 80-year-old lady instead of the thought of her dumpster diving for her meal. Oh, Tula. You're an angel. That's so sweet. Okay, here we go. Police named a suspect Sunday in a shooting that killed one man and injured a woman in a Central Florida mall that was crowded with holiday shoppers 2 days before Christmas. The Ocala Police Department identified this as Albert James Shell Jr., 39. According to law enforcement, he'll be charged with premeditated first-degree murder and attempted premeditated first-degree murder. Law enforcement responded to reports of shots fired. Dude, they know the guy was wearing a black hoodie. Wait, man. He was wearing a black hoodie. His identity was sounded like it was concealed. Everybody knows who the dude was. Interesting. Huh. This is now we're finding out more information. So as Albert J. Shell, 39, according to law enforcement, he'll be charged with premeditated first. You know, you think if CNN is reporting on this, making such a big deal, putting it as their headline, you think they'd get all this other information that all these other news agencies got and share that as well, and they don't. Look, dude, if I can do this from sitting in my computer pulling up other news reports, the fucking feckless cunts over there at CNN could do the same thing. And they don't because, like I told you, they're fucking evil. They're trying to take my right to protect myself away from me because they hate Ron DeSantis. Hey, I hate Ron DeSantis just as much as the next guy, but don't fuck with my fucking right to protect myself in my home how I see fit. And if I want to get a semi-automatic weapon and I want to pop off shots at as many people as I need to do it, then I want that weapon so I can do it. I know how to control it. I have control over my home, and I don't need anybody telling me that I don't have a right to protect myself. So, when there's no more violence in America, let me know, and I'll sell you the last fucking gun to ever be released, you know, from a goddamn gun owner. I'll sell you the last one. All right? All right. Let me know. Because as long as there's one more gun out there, then I'm keeping mine. Till that one's done. Then I'm not worrying about it. You see what I mean? Deer Slayer says, come to my neck of the woods. Right, Deer Slayer? That's what's up. He'll be charged with premeditated first-degree murder, attempted premeditated first-degree murder. Law enforcement responded to reports shots fired inside Paddock Mall in Ocala, 80 miles from Orlando, at around 3:40 p.m. Saturday. Ocala Police Chief Mike Balkin told reporters at a briefing. Officers arrived with heavy police presence at the mall, Balkin said, but discovered this was not what we would consider an active shooter situation. Police found the suspect in the mall. Wow. They found him in the mall and he fled on foot. You know, when they said he fled on foot, I didn't realize the police had him. And he just ran off. I can't wait to see the cam footage of him running off, man. Oh my God. Firearm was recovered. Authorities believe the shooting was a targeted act of violence. Balkin said the victim was later identified as David Nathaniel Barron, 40 years old. A woman was shot in the leg and expected to survive her injuries as she was taken to a local hospital for treatment. Balkin said several other shoppers also suffered injuries, including a broken arm. Okay, so it's the worst thing we can imagine right now at this time of year, Balkin said. Christmas in Florida. Okay. Police locked down the mall for 12 hours following the shooting and advised shoppers to stay away. Can you believe there's such a higher quality of reporting with this report compared to what CNN gives its audience and tries to make it a headline? This is not headline news, guys. I'm reading this just to find out what the targeted act of violence was, just to prove that CNN can get that information if they really want it. So we've got a lot more information, and I guarantee you a CNN reporter could have contacted friends, family members of the victim, of the woman, of the perpetrator very easily, and probably could have had all of them live on CNN to say what the hell happened. Guarantee you if it was really that big of a deal, right? It's not. They're using it like ammunition, man. Like it's something you just spend and fire off and don't worry about it because people don't question you anymore. In this, this new world of lies where people are honored by their lying and their deceit and they're given accolades for it. I like accolades. They're given accolades. I say congratulations. I give you accolades. Don't want to talk about my premature what? Ejaculations. I had to say it because it had an S on the end of it. So it was plural, which made it even funnier, right? Someone needs to just stitch that together for me and put that on Twitter so I can watch it over and over and over again and convince myself that I'm the next Eminem. I'm the next breakout rap artist. Are you guys still with me? Let me hear from you in the chat if you're still with me. Ugh, God, you're a liar. You're a liar for CNN, and you make me sick. Ugh. A woman has 2 uteruses and gave birth to twins in each uterus. Wonder Woman, do 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 do. Wonder Woman, do do. Wonder Woman, do do. So I said, NASA NORAD is tracking Santa Claus, and they show it on CNN. CNN covers it, right? And you see digital image representation of Santa going over the globe, basically, and you see the map underneath. You see right now he's going, near Afghanistan. It's a straight line. He's going all the way around the world. And I'm like, yeah, he's not stopping over any of the cities, according to you. He's just flying right over the whole planet, and he doesn't stop for a single child anywhere on the planet. Hey, Pinoy, what the fuck kind of a Santa Claus doesn't give the presents out to the kids and just flies around as if to taunt them all with his reindeer, pulling him around with the little red-nosed reindeer, pulling the front, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer out in front with the blinking red light so all the little kids can go, "Hi, Santa! Wait! Why are you leaving so fast?" He just zipped right by your house. If I was a little kid watching that on the news, "Mom, Dad, Santa's coming. Look, he's going to be coming over our country soon. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Look, NORAD's showing it right now." And everybody sits down in front of the TV and the kid's like, "What the fuck?" And some other kid is watching it and going, "Oh, Santa's coming. Get over here, everybody. We're going to have presents." And Santa flies over. It just keeps going like a satellite. And the kid goes, "Why?" Boom, 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 boom. They're still showing the video of the guy that fell into the baby's crib when he's trying to put the baby to bed. What? He's kind of a small guy, and it had the baby started crawling out of the crib, so they made the walls higher. So when he went to put the baby in the crib, it was on his chest on the rail, and he tipped over and fell into the crib and put his hands on both sides of the baby and just fell to the side of the baby. It didn't touch the baby at all. He was like fucking Spider-Man the way he did that, and he got out of the crib all right and shit, but it was just caught on a baby cam, What is doxing? Hey, you guys, don't answer that. Don't answer that. What can you do if you're doxxed? You can't do anything, dude. You pack up your bags, you can move, you can change your name, and you can have plastic surgery. I prefer, I'm going to do the lips. I want to be pouty. What? I don't know. What? Nay's Garden? Never heard of them? I've never heard of Nay's Garden. I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, these are George Santos lips, okay? I got the George Santos Express when I went in there, and these are my new lips. The George Santos lips. George I'm still here just scanning the webs for a motive for the shooting. The female victim is still unnamed. So we didn't find an interview or something from her. Well, she's in the hospital with a leg wound, you know. But she's got friends. And, you know, they've got the resources. And a local news company here has probably already figured this all out. I could go figure it out. I could probably call the police station and just ask somebody in there and just be like, yeah, I'm just wondering, do you guys know, when you say targeted, do you know, was it a relationship thing? I mean, look, if they know it was targeted, they know the reason, okay? Period. Full stop. That's going like that, and the rest of you should all be like, oh yeah, they know it's targeted. How could they know the target? How would you know it's targeted unless you already knew the reason? They're not saying it's a hate crime. Not saying it's a hate crime, are they? Nobody's calling it a hate crime. Nope. Nobody's calling it a hate crime. Nobody's calling it a hate crime. Think about that. No, it's a targeted act of violence. They want to make it sound like it's a hate crime that's happening in the state of Florida and try to get our guns banned here in the state. But I tell you what, man, it ain't going to work. You know, most Floridians don't even watch CNN. I got news for CNN. Most Floridians are Ron DeSantis supporters. That's why he wins in this state. He's got the majority. It's scary. They support Nazis. It's fucking scary. But that's this state. And you're not going to get our guns. You know? So as long as Ron DeSantis is allowing Nazis, you know, to march at Disney World, I'm keeping my fucking gun. See what happens when it gets a little edge there. It's cool. Shows that it was used. You want to compare the flexibility of them. Yeah. I really like these new picks. I really like them. I'm probably not going to use the red ones anymore. I can't wait to try that on an acoustic guitar. It's going to be even better, but it's amazing on the electric. I was able to play faster than I've ever played with that pick. It makes a lot of difference for me. And it's not mental. It's easier for me. It's like with the red picks, I feel like I'm tripping. I felt like it was me. I felt like I was getting arthritic and not as skilled as I was when I was younger, because I used to be able to play these things that you hear me play now. There were a lot of things that you heard me play that I could play way better, you know? And now that's all come back all of a sudden. Even the finger tapping, it gets better because I'm not spending so much energy while I'm playing and then switching to finger tapping, you know? My fingers aren't stressed out. And man, the finger tapping can be a bitch sometimes. It looks easy, but it's you have to just touch the strings just right. Hey, we're at 43,000. Did we just go up? I think we did. No. Maybe we did not. Wait. Where's our... Let's get a better look at this. I hate when it covers it up. We'll have to zoom it in a little. Why can't I drag it to the front, dude? What is so weird? Why does this thing do that? Why is it... Dude, I'm clicking in there. Why can't I adjust that anymore? There you go. God, that's weird. So weird. Okay, finish it off. There it goes. It's check marking. It's check marking, guys. That's good. That's good. So it looks like it's making a little recovery after a big... That's not what it... God, I'm so confused right now. The chart's not working right, guys. That is totally not where it is. That is not... I'm going to refresh the page. I told you. I'm good, aren't I? I'm good, aren't I? Look, guys, a double bottom. What's a double bottom look like? Who in the chat can be the first person to tell me what a double bottom is? Your Rumble froze? I'm old. Fuck that. So much for the Disney annual passes. Printed is not much of a deterrent to us. That's why I know when you're old, it gets to be much less of a deterrent. Oh, yeah. I've been known to say, man, there are some people out there better hope that I never get a bad diagnosis from several doctors that say, yeah, dude, you got like a few days. Whatever. I'll be like, okay, that's enough time for me to take care of a couple things. I got some things I got to do. So, this is a double bottom, and I want you guys to see the double bottom, okay? I asked you guys who can see the double bottom. You guys know what a double bottom looks like. I keep showing you this over and over again. When you see double bottom, it means it's going to go up. This is the double bottom, guys. Look. Look. A double bottom looks like a W, right? So you've got, right here, you've got an inverse head and shoulders pattern. This little thing right here, shoulder, head, shoulder, inverse. Right here, you've got a low point, and the other second low point to here is right here. So these two things make a double bottom, right? These two make a double bottom. Also, you've got a double bottom inside a double bottom. You've got another W right here. So you've got this giant W, right? Giant W right here. It hasn't completed yet. So we got to see if it complete. If this doesn't complete, that might not be advantageous to it going up. But you got that W, and then you got this W right here. So you got a double bottom inside a double bottom. There's a head and shoulders pattern, inverse head and shoulders pattern inside there, and it's a falling broadening wedge pattern. Now, by broadening wedge pattern, do you guys know what I mean? It's not usually we say it's a falling wedge pattern, and it's narrowing as it goes down. This one is doing the opposite. This one's getting bigger as it goes down. You guys see that? I shouldn't have to draw the two lines there. What we're looking at is, let's try this on TradingView. You said to do it on the 5-minute chart. Yeah, thank you, bro. God, you helped me out so much. Okay, here we go. So this is a broadening wedge pattern. If you ignore this drop, if you just ignore this thing right here, this candle, and you start from, let's ignore all of this. We're gonna ignore all of this right here, okay? And we're gonna start right from here, okay? This is our broadening wedge pattern. We go from the high here, take that out to there. Oh, I hate when it does that. I really do. It drives me crazy. I click on it. Okay, and then we'll select another line, and we'll take it from the low. And you know, I'm thinking we can take it from right here and draw a low pattern like this. Okay, so we've got this, it kind of looks like a megaphone. Hey, bitch. Dude. There we go. Okay, look. Like, if we take it from there, we've got this falling wedge pattern. It's breaking downward. Now, the thing about, and the reason why you do this is if it breaks out of the pattern, this is exciting, right? You guys are getting this now. You guys are seeing it, right? If it breaks out of the pattern either direction, you know that's probably where it's going to go up and draw a straight line, or down and draw a straight line. Now, of anything that's falling breaks out upward. Anything that's going upward slowly breaks out downward. This is going down. It's reached the top of that line there, And if it goes above that little blue line, it's going to go straight up, and it's going to go up far. So that's exciting, and we can watch that. Now, the last time we did this, it just dropped. It never went up, remember? It just dropped straight down. I was like, oh my God. So we're still waiting for the, it could be like 12 hours later, for that giant double bottom from earlier today to take hold and shoot up. Like I said, 44,000 is my target on that. We'll see if it happens. So right now, we're just going to chill and see if, let me see, close it right here. There's an X in the top right corner. And we can go right back to that by clicking on Trading View again. It goes right back to our chart. It's really cool. So, we're at 43,070, guys. So look for 43.1. And if we hit 43,100, we're going to the moon because we're going to be way over that falling wedge. Now, look at the pattern that I just drew after that big drop, right? And you can see it. You can see it without seeing my chart. You can see it in your mind. And that's all you have to do. These patterns, you don't need lines. You know, when you see people drawing lines and blah, blah, blah and all that stuff, you'll see it. You'll see it when you know what these patterns are and how they work. So, yes. So should I buy in $2,000 right now of Bitcoin at 43,085? I wouldn't. I would buy $200, not $2,000. I did buy $200. That's exactly how much I bought today. Mostly open chords and campfires. Unfortunately, I've recently developed tendonitis in my rotator cuff on my strumming arm, so I'm currently taking a break from playing. Right. So, now the McCush, are you gonna have you gone to a doctor and gotten cortisone injection into your rotator cuff? Have you tried cortisone yet? Let me tell you something, man. I got tennis elbow, both my elbows. I've had problems all over from injuries when I was in Northern California, and man, cortisone saved me. It didn't just save me and take the pain away almost instantly. It healed me. It healed me up, man, and I got better. So I only had to get a few injections, and I recommend that, and then I recommend surgery if you need it. I don't know how old you are, but look into all your options. There's exercises I can show you. Hold your arms straight out in front of you. Lift your wrists up. Hold your arms straight out. Lift your wrists up. Hold that for 10 seconds. Okay? Then bend your wrists down, and don't put too much pressure on. Just hold them down and put a little pressure on them as you bend them inward. Like you can see what I'm doing. Bending your wrists in, right? And hold that for 10 seconds. Thank you, Reptilife. I really appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Just do that 5 times in the morning and do it 5 times each at night. And that's an exercise that can help you heal tennis elbow. And that might also help with your shoulder a little bit. So it just depends, man. Rotator cuff sounds painful, man. I don't know. When I hurt my shoulder, man, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was rotator cuff or what. I have no idea. I just know I hurt my shoulder. Swinging a golf club. I hurt my shoulder and my elbow swinging a golf club. Because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Tried to hit the ball too hard. You know, I kept trying to crack it. You know, and I should have just followed through and just swung easy. And I just couldn't stop myself. Every time I just try to muscle into it, and I literally just pulled, you know, that tendon or two or whatever. Muscles, tendons, whatever. I just started feeling it 2 days ago. I'm trying to nip it at the I'm turning 50. Okay. Exercise my home therapy. Okay, nothing but Kush. Good. Very, very good. Very good. Would you like another? Don't feel pressure. So I can just do this. So I can cover this. All right. You guys, Deer Slayer, Pinoy, Crispy Cat, Nothing But Kush, Seymour Cannabis, Rep to Life. Everybody in all the chats are where. Cheers, guys. No law regarding cannabis. Wait, let's get that out of the way. We're going to keep our eye on that. Look at that 43,100, everybody, right? See if it happens during the pong rip. Maybe I can auctioneer it up. 5 and a 15 quarter, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a quarter, 10 and a 15 quarter, 43 and a 59, 59. Come on, folks on the floor. 5 and a 15, 10, 10 and a 15 quarter, 2 and a 59, 59, 43 and a 57, 41, 41 and 15 quarter, 5 and a 15, 58, 12, folks. 3 and a 43, 58, 12 and a 15, 10, 10 and a quarter, 58, 79, 5 and a 15 quarter, 58, 79, 5 and a 15 quarter, 2 and a quarter, 5 and a quarter, 2 and a 15, 66, 72. Going up, folks. 3 and a 15, 65, 5 and a 15 quarter, 80, 2 and a 15, 10, 50 quarter, 5, 5, 50 quarter, 2 and a 15, 10, 10 and 15, 64, 23, folks. 65, 29 and 15, 10 and 50 quarter. Come on, let's do a bong rip. Caddy Risk, you're laughing at me. Thank you. Matasia, what's up? Ever tried beans on toast? We're not beans fans. We're not into beans. What's up, Randy? Stupid ring commercial. Ring commercial sounds like a doorbell. That formed a heart. That was cool. Another one formed a heart. Did you guys see that? Holy shit. I'm hitting the top of them with another ring. If you blow it, this is the trick. If you want to turn a smoke ring into a heart, there's two ways to do it. The way I just did it was, you blow the smoke ring, blow another smoke ring above it, and it just nicks the top of it, and it'll make that one do this. The one underneath will become a heart and get bigger. It's beautiful. The other way you do it is you blow a smoke ring out slow and take your fingers just right and just gently snap and pull up above the smoke ring, and the air following your hand will just catch the top of the smoke ring and break it, and it'll close in on itself and make a heart. Two different ways you can do it. I'm doing indica mix with some sativa. It's a holiday. All right, Caddy Risk. What am I smoking on? Matasia. What am I smoking on? Matasia. Let's do some dabs. We're gonna do some dabs right now. We got some OG Kush. We got some OG Kush. I'm gonna dab some OG Kush crumble. Wait, here, this will look better. Crumble. He says crumble. He says crumble. It's a suspicious. It's a so nice. You like it, crumble. You like it, the taste of the crumble. You like it, the flavor of the crumble. You wanted some more crumble? You wait right there. I'm gonna go get you some more crumble. I'll be right back. Really bad comedy. Really bad comedy. Really bad. Just bad. Number 2. No, not funny. Not funny. It's a Broad City thing, so... delicious mountain grown rich Colombian coffee from the mountains of Colombia. All right, let's. I'm gonna do derb. I'm gonna do derb. You tell derbs. I star derbs. You take our derbs. You are derbs. We're gonna do a derb. It's the Kentucky Derby. You can never hear Kentucky Derby again and not remember this. And you will laugh. The next time you hear Kentucky Derby, you'll be like, ah, nay. Doing derbs. Nay's doing derb. Yes, dear Slayer, hanging with Nay and Deb and all the cool trendies. And all the cool trendies. Dude, I was watching CNN. It was so cool. I was watching a special about Motown tonight on CNN. And they were covering the Jackson 5. And then they started talking about Stevie Wonder. And, all right. Trying to wake my dad up. So, 0340, 0340, 0340. At 0340, we're going, I can't believe we've been here for an hour. We've been having a blast. Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? Wow, Christmas Eve. I hope you all got all your Christmas presents that you wanted. Hope you guys all had enjoyed your family and your kids and did whatever the stuff you do, you know. I hope Santa, you know, NASA says that Santa didn't go down any chimneys at all, but I hope he came down yours. Absolutely. Absolutely. We are looking, the time is 0322. I'm looking at 340. I got 15 seconds out here on this derb. 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 No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, everybody. Cheers. Oh man, that was delicious. Delicioso. Wow. Holy moly. Give me some more of that. I wonder how many dabs you can get off that thing after it's done. Wow. That still tasted good. It still tasted great. No, I don't think so. I think we'll hear from him as soon as he does. He'll be mooing up a storm. Like moo, 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 moo. I have a feeling he'll moo on up in here. It'll take him a while, you know, unless it's something stupid and he figures it out, like takes out a RAM stick and tries it. He's like, dude, I should have done that night. I took out both my RAM sticks. I just put one in and fired it up, and it fired right up. I was like, God damn it, why didn't I do that the other night? I have a feeling, you know, it's like he just doesn't want to run it with one stick. And I'm telling you, it could very well be it. It could be something so stupid. Who knows? I'm not saying that's it. I'm just saying you got to try everything. Like that. I told him to press the button, the power button 20 times. Because it worked for me once. I was at my wit's end trying to get my Windows 10 computer to start up. And it just wouldn't start. It was, you know, it's an older box. It's an Alienware. And the power button is worn to shit. It totally is. And sometimes it doesn't connect. And I have to hit it a second time, you know, to get it going. Well, you know, finally one day the computer just decides it's not going to start. And I'm like, I tried everything just to get it going and it wouldn't go. So I go on the internet and I said, you know, dead to computers dead. It won't fire up when I press the power button. Nothing happens. And somebody said, press the power button 20 times and then see if it starts. Dude, I pressed the power button 20 times, you know, quick. You know, I made sure it made contact. I remember I pressed it 20 times. It's like a second each press. I remember, man. I waited and I was like, I clicked it. It went click. Boom, and my computer came on. And ever since it had been fine. It was the craziest shit. It was just a glitch. It was just like a hiccup. It's something, who can explain it? You know, fucking contact. It's like a small component. One of the little things in there, it had a little switch inside it that wouldn't connect all the way. It just needed another reset or something so it would connect all the way or something. Who knows? You know, something inside, something digital, has oxidation on it. It's worn. Who knows? But that computer works great now. We use that computer all the time. That's the computer we watch Dexter with. And Broad City. And, yeah, that's it. That's all we're watching. I started watching Curb Your Enthusiasm. I got like 3 episodes in. It's so dry and depressing. It's like I'm like, it's just so depressing. It's you know, it's very depressing. It's just, this guy is so self-defeating constantly. He digs his own grave and you're just cheering it on. By the time he's getting what he deserves, you're like, you totally deserve that, dude. You know, are we supposed to like you? You know, that's a question. Are you supposed to not like Larry David and Curb Your Enthusiasm? Or are you just supposed to like be like, God, you totally earn everything you get. Every bad thing that comes your way. What other character is like that? Where you kind of cheer on bad things happening to him? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Name one. Because I'm totally like celebrating when he gets what and a lot of times he doesn't deserve it. Like it's someone misinterprets something he says or whatever, or doesn't see something correctly or whatever, and that's true. But there's a lot of times where he's so fucked up, dude. He does some fucked up shit. He's so fucked up. Curb Your Enthusiasm, if you guys never watched it, it's the guy that produced, you know, I think the head producer for Seinfeld. You love Broad City? Broad City is fantastic. My favorite character on Broad City is the dentist boyfriend. He's funny all the time. He's funny all the time. You have to pay attention to him because it's subtle humor, But my favorite thing, his bit, is the way he appears on the scene, and he'll be hiding behind something, and just like he'll come out and they'll be like, "What are you doing?" Like I just didn't want to crowd whatever you had going on. It's always like that. It's funny. Nick, what's up? Couldn't get apps to work, but I've been watching on my TV with YouTube. Hell yeah. Right on, Nick. Stupid headline. This is like, it's like this news is just like there's no news here on the front page. My mom, do you see where I get it from? My mom's calling people morons in there. Hey, she's calling people morons. That's where I get it from my mother. The moron, she says. Oh, this is a good one. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Where did it go? Oh my goodness. It's a video, guys. Hold.
Bounty versus the family dishcloth. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dishcloth.
See, I couldn't put one. Grays out when I put one.
Lindsey Graham is declaring war against a New York State bill involving Chick-fil-A, if you can believe.
Dude, I can't even click on. I can't even click on the browser window. It froze up with this message, guys. Look at this shit. Can you believe this? Dude, I can't even click anywhere on that screen. There's nothing to click on. God, I'm a genius. The first button I hit. Did you see that? Dude, who's a hacker? Who's the leadest hacker of all hackers that you guys know? That just solves some shit with the press of one button. Who can guess what button I pressed? Let's play a little game. What button got me out of a full screen lockout?
Escape.
Nope. I had taken the mouse, I clicked all over the page. There were no buttons on there, just as that statement. It was full screen. But no matter where I moved the mouse, nothing popped up to let me close out. Thank you, Nick. That's very nice of you to say. I agree.
Thank you.
There was a show back in October, late October 26th, not the 24th, October 26th. There was a show. It was a night show. And I disappeared from the show for 3 hours. Does anybody remember that show? Cyber was there. And I walked away. And I was gone for 3 hours. Does anybody remember that show? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. No, I don't want to sign up to your stupid shit. Get it off my screen. Let's play the stupid video again.
Bounty versus the family
Dude,
dishcloth. Drying with a
Really?
fresh sheet of Bounty.
Really? Do I have to listen to it all over again? The same ad, really? God, you guys are idiots. Who's the re-engineer who thought that one up? It's already by Bounty, you morons.
War against a New York State bill involving Chick-fil-A, if you can believe it. The bill would require all restaurants in the state's highway system rest areas to operate 7 days a week. Some of those restaurants are Chick-fil-A's, which, as I'm sure you know, famously closes on Sundays. Joining me now is the sponsor of that bill, New York State Assembly Member Tony Simone.
I like this bill.
Assembly Member Simone, let me give you a hypothetical here, just out of curiosity. If Christmas Day fell on a Sunday, would you force all businesses to be open on Sundays? They are typically not open on Sundays, many of them. On Christmas, many of them.
Well, thank you, Abby, for having me on.
No, wait.
First of all,
I gotta say, that is a stupid question. You know, for Christmas, of course, you would make an exception. Of course. Why is Abby Phillips that fucking dumb? Why is she that stupid of a fucking journalist? Abby, you fucking dumb cunt bitch. Let me ask you a fucking question. Do you really believe that he would say, yeah, everyone has to work on Christmas because I'm evil and everyone has to work? I mean, of course not. Does he look like Scrooge? Bah humbug. Is that what he kind of actually look? He kind of does look like a young Scrooge, kind of. He does look like a young Scrooge. Okay, Abby, maybe you're onto something here.
The Consumer Protection Bill, the Rest Stop Restaurant Act, is about having our rest stops serve New York drivers and commuters 7 days a week. It's not about anything else. It's simply having new contracts that are approved. Look, it's my responsibility as a state lawmaker to make sure state contracts serve all New Yorkers.
Did he answer the question about Christmas? She said, look, I'll repeat it because I'm not stupid. She said, you're restricting Sundays. What if Christmas falls on a Sunday? Are you going to tell people they have to work on Christmas? What was his answer to that? Why can't you just rewind like a normal video?
Days. They are typically not open on Sundays, many of them. On Christmas, many of them.
Well, thank you, Abby, for having me on. First of all, this is a consumer protection bill. The Rest Stop Restaurant Act is about having our rest stops serve
businesses to be open on Sundays. They are typically not open on Sundays, many of them. On Christmas, many of them.
Well, thank you, Abby, for having me on. First of all, this is a consumer protection bill. The Rest Stop Restaurant Act is about having our rest stops serve New York drivers and commuters 7 days a week. It's not about anything else. It's simply having new contracts that are approved. Look, it's my responsibility as a state lawmaker to make sure state contracts serve all New Yorkers.
So in answer to my question, yes, you would make all businesses open on Christmas Day if it were on a Sunday.
Yes, and if they wanted to give their workers off, great. If they celebrate that holiday, and folks who did not celebrate that specific holiday could work that day. It's really about serving New York.
So, I like it. If you celebrate Christmas, you don't have to work. Okay, great. That sounds great to me. I mean, I wonder if Abby's got a problem with that.
Drivers, travelers. Look, during the holidays, Sunday falls on Christmas Eve this year. You get hungry when you're traveling with your family. You should be able to have options, not long lines and have so many of them closed. And this affects all future contracts at our rest stops on our throughways.
For the people who say that this is...
My bad. He is Scrooge. He really is. And I was wrong again, guys. I've been wrong twice now during this video. I totally figured that he would not say that they wouldn't make people work on Christmas. But he's totally ready to make people work on Christmas unless you have a religious excuse to not work on Christmas. That's, for an atheist or somebody who's not Christian, and tell them that they have to work on Christmas while Christians, it almost seems like not racist, but like biased. It's like you're allowing some people to have off because they're Christian. You are. But you're telling other people they have to work. They have to be open on Christmas. I'm all for making Chick-fil-A be open on Sundays, but not on Christmas. Not on Christmas. No, I'm cool like that. And Chinese restaurants want to be open on Christmas, and you can eat Chinese every Christmas, guys. It's cool. We've done it plenty of times.
Basically targeting Chick-fil-A. This is a business that a lot of people who patronize it, especially in the South, they know they're closed on Sundays. The owners are Christian. They give their workers off. They observe their their day to go to church or what have you. It does kind of seem like it is targeting this one business that just happens to have the rule like
the war
this.
on Christmas, the war on Christians.
Look, this has
It's a war on Christianity. If I'm elected president, of course, which I will, because Joe Biden, of course, is mentally insane, and he's suffering from a massive case of dementia. And if I'm elected once again, this is what I will do. I will get in there, and I will end this war against Christianity. I will end this war against Christians and Christmas, and we will all say Merry Christmas again. In fact, I'm going to say it to you right now. Merry Christmas to all of you. That's right. I'm going to say it. I brought it back. Nobody else is saying it except for us. I mean, everybody is saying it now because of me. That is what I mean. Everybody's saying it.
Sunday at all their other restaurants in the state. This is about making sure the throughways have rest stops that support and have our travelers be able to be serviced. Look, as responsibility as a state legislator on state contracts, a public good serves the entire public. If folks want to take that day off,
He looks like an elf.
because of religious holiday or Christmas or Hanukkah, they should be allowed.
Looks
to
like a hobbit.
They give their employees off. But to have
does
a
look
rest
like a
stop not
hobbit.
fully functional is not fulfilling.
He's
the
got a
state
hobbit
contract, and
tie
that's
on.
why
Wait,
I propose
how am
to
I
my great
funny? What do you
colleagues,
mean I'm
State
funny?
Senator
What, like my
Michelle
tie?
Ritchie in the
What,
state
like my
Senate to
clothes?
ensure
What do you mean? What, my
that
hair's
our
funny?
rest stop areas
You don't
are
like my
always
curl
open.
on
We've
top
gotten
of my
complaints
head?
that they've gone to rest stops, and several restaurants were
No,
closed.
you said it. You said I'm
These
funny.
will
Funny
affect
how?
all new rest stops, not the ones that exist.
And that was the end of the video.
Yes,
And then
please. That'll be $23.
Your ad says it's
okay, let's get off of this.
Just look at her face.
Just the way he sits there. Look at the way he just sits there like that. Oh my god. God, I can't stand this guy, but I kind of want to watch this video. Why some billionaires are actively trying to destroy the world. So, let me ask you guys, number 2 for why some billionaires are actively trying to destroy the world. Number 1 for Piers Morgan change of tune on Gaza crisis as the world reacts. 1 for Piers Morgan on Hard Lens Media with freaking dude I can't stand. And I'm only going to leave him on for as long as I can take him. Yes, it's him too. It's that dude. God. Or, why some billionaires are actively trying to destroy the world. That's fucking Joe Scott. He's awesome and funny and great. And I like him a lot more than I like the other dude. You guys want to hear the billionaires thing? Yeah, let's do the billionaires thing. I'm going with the billionaires thing. I'm just gonna call it.
Let's say you have colon cancer. You got a tumor. One way or another, you're gonna have to have surgery. It's gonna be painful. It's gonna be scarring. It's gonna suck. But you have to do it. Would you rather do it early when the problem is small, or wait till it gets huge and the surgery becomes life-threatening? Early, obviously. That's why they push so hard for colonoscopies. Well, some people believe, for reasons that we'll get into,
Bitcoin's
that societal
dropping.
collapse is coming. That it's inevitable, that our current path is unsustainable, and if it's going to happen anyway, we might as well do it early and as fast as possible. Believing, of course, that a better world is on the other side, a world where we can fix the mistakes that we inherited and remake it in our own image. This belief system, or philosophy, whatever you want to call it, is called accelerationism. And it's a whole thing. Yeah, it's a strange kind of political philosophy because it's being embraced by the extremes on both sides. Like, you know, they say you can go so far right that you wind up going left again and vice versa. Well, this is where the two extremes meet. So since we're about to head into yet another most important election year ever, I thought I would take a deep dive into accelerationism.
No.
Who's behind it, where it comes from.
I don't understand how what he said, if you go too far right, you could go left and the same the other way. I don't understand that. It does not make sense to me at all.
And why it's the worst kind of doomsday prophecy. The self-fulfilling kind.
Bow now, bow now, bow now, bow now, bow.
So before I jump into this, I just want to say this is not a political channel. I generally try to keep my political views out of my videos, though it does pop up every once in a while. I know because I hear about it. And for the most part, this isn't going to be a political video. It's really more about society and the future and where things are going, but there's definitely political elements in it. So if you're the type of person whose comments explode into all caps at the mere acknowledgement of an idea that you don't agree with, I suggest maybe you take an aspirin.
Dude,
I hear
look.
they help prevent strokes.
He generally doesn't do B-roll, guys. Now, you guys know I hate fucking B-roll. I hate it so much. So if he starts doing it, I'm going to let him know that I can't stand it, and I'm not going to watch this. So let's just see. I might have to go watch dumbass over there at fucking Hardlands.
Despite the ism in the name, accelerationism isn't so much a movement as a concept that can be applied to any political leanings, hence the fact that it's been embraced by both sides of the political spectrum. Yeah, if left is blue and right is red, then accelerationism is magnum. The basic gist, like I said at the beginning, is that if a system is doomed to fail, accelerating that system will help it fail faster. Exactly how you do that will vary on the system, but the goal is the same. Accelerate the system to the point that it can no longer sustain itself and watch it collapse.
Magnum is just duck lips. They're all just duck lips. Every single look is the same.
One early example that we can point to is none other than Karl Marx. In the same year the Communist Manifesto debuted, he released a...
You saw Zoolander, where he's got all the different looks, you know, and they're all the same look. It's all the same look. It's all...
set of statements that might be surprising today because they're actually very pro-capitalism and free trade. But they make a bit more sense next to his belief that capitalism, quote, pushes the antagonism of the proletariat and the bourgeoisie. In other words, by favoring free trade, he was hastening the revolution. He advocated accelerationism long before it had a name. He targeted capitalism, as many modern accelerationists do, but the same concepts have been applied to all kinds of societal systems, including racism, sexism, wokeism, just to name a few. One could make the argument that there's a kind of technological accelerationism inherent in the talk around the singularity from people like Ray Kurzweil, Elon Musk, Sam Altman, all those guys. You know, the idea that the singularity is coming, that superintelligent AI is inevitable, and the better option is to help it come about so that we can shape what it's going to become. And then whatever problems arise from it, we need to start working now to innovate our way out of it. Yeah, so far this might not sound too crazy. Wait for it. But stepping back, the actual term accelerationism has been attributed to a 2008 blog post by critical theory professor Benjamin Noyce. In the post, he cited Marx and some of his own earlier writings, though he did later admit that he may have accidentally gotten that term from someone else. Yeah, there's a fantasy novel called Force of Light from 1966.
Benjamin Noyce. So, it's from Noyce. Noyce! They do this, it's a meme, dude. It's Key and Peele. They do a skit, and that was a clip from Key and Peele. So that was a reference to Noyce, even though here, look, it's probably from the actual Noyce skit. How far? 352. So let's go to 345. There he is, right there. Noise. Let's go to 338.
Benjamin Noyce.
Yeah, Noise. That's it. Noise. He's saying Noise right there. So he's watching people dance. The skit is he's watching all these people break dance, and he's in the crowd and he's going nice. And he's going, but it sounds like noise. It's like noise. He's like noise, noise, and he's saying it a few times, and then all of a sudden he hears somebody else saying it, he starts looking around the crowd because he's like, noise, and someone else is like, noise, and everyone's like, yeah, and they're like listening to that guy and not him. So he's like walking around looking for him, and he sees the guy, and the dude's like, noise, and he's like, I'm the noise guy around here. Just so you know, I kind of enjoying it with this group for longer than you. And the guy's like, I don't know what to, and they're both like, noise, and he's like, noise, and they're like, noise, and they start having like a noise off, and then they're like, okay, they're like, okay, I'll go, and then you go, and they try to have like they try to come to terms with it. It's a great skit. It's hilarious, and it says source Key and Peele 212-215. It's funny. But it is a meme, bro. It's been memed all over the internet. That noise, everyone says noise. Everyone knows what that is. It's from Key and Peele. It's so funny. Noise.
In the post, he cited Marx in some of his own earlier writings, though he did later admit that he may have accidentally gotten that term from someone else. Yeah, there's a fantasy novel called Lords of Light from 1967 that uses the term. It was written by Roger Zalansky, although he uses it in a much different way. In the book, it's really more about like accelerating human development to a more higher level godlike status, and the accelerationists in the book are the people working to make that happen. Noyes admits that he read the book and that maybe it kind of snuck into his brain subconsciously. Who knows? It happens. By the way, if the name Lords of Light sounds familiar, you might be thinking of the movie Argo. That's the one where Ben Affleck played a CIA agent, and they produced a fake movie to get into Iran and rescue some U.S. diplomats that were being held prisoner there.
Right.
In the movie, the script that they were using to make the fake movie off of was called Argo, but it was an adaptation of Lords of Light. So now you know that. So it was Benjamin Noyes who gave the idea a name, but it was English philosopher Nick Land who took the name and ran with it. It was an idea he'd been playing with for decades, but he just didn't quite have a name for it. Now he did. It was Nick Land who made the Karl Marx connection that I talked about earlier. He wrote about it in an article that he wrote called A Quick and Dirty Guide to Accelerationism. He also named Friedrich Nietzsche, Gilles Deleuze, and Felix Guattari as members of the same group. Nietzsche needs no introduction, but I'll take a moment to explain the other two, whose names I'm sure I'm murdering. Deleuze was a French philosopher, and Guattari was a French psychoanalyst. And in 1972, they published a book together where they introduced the concept of deterritorialization. This is the opposite of territorialization, which refers to restraints that keep a system in check. Deterritorialization means removing those restraints. So you can see why Nick Land drew a line from deterritorialization to accelerationism. Could we cram more syllables into these words? Jeebus. In the 1990s, Land was part of a group that was founded at Warwick University called the Cybernetic Culture Research Unit, or the CCRU. Which sounds like some kind of evil organization from a Terminator movie or something. That might have been on purpose. They fancied themselves as a collective of renegade academics who came together in part to, quote, undermine the cheery utopianism of the time, according to one of the group's co-founders, Sadie Plant. They published numerous articles, held in-person conferences, and reportedly did a lot of drugs. Is that not everybody's college experience in the 90s? No? The CCRU eventually burned itself out, and its members went on to do other things, but this is where the left-wing, right-wing split started to happen. Another influential member named Mark Fisher started blogging under the name K-Punk. He attracted a following and eventually co-wrote a manifesto that became the foundational document of left-wing accelerationism.
You guys ever seen The Gold?
It's Nick Land's writings that are considered foundational.
The Gold YouTube Award, man? Holy shit.
Both sides envision a post-capitalist future and a technological scene.
Does anybody know how many views that one is? I think that's the first one I've ever seen. Okay, he's only got 1.78 million. It's got to be how many views he's got, man. Where's the about crap? That's weird. Dude. That is so weird. I'm so confused right now. There's no about anymore. Here we go. Oh my god. I can't believe I found it. He hit 346 million views. What would that go? Would it be 100 million, dude? It is. It's 100 million views, I bet. that fucking gold plaque. Dude. You guys, hey Fat Dessa, what's up, son? You guys, do you guys know what the gold plaque is from YouTube? I'm wondering if it's 100. He's got 346 million views, and I'm betting it's like 100 million. But wow.
Well, there is a kind of logic to it. Let's say you have colon cancer. Another, you're going to have surgery. It's going to be painful, it's going to be scarring, it's going to suck. But you have to do it. Would you rather do it early when the problem is small, or wait till it gets huge and the surgery becomes
God, this is
life-threatening?
long, man. Shit.
Early, obviously. That's why they push so hard for colonoscopies. Well, some people believe, for reasons that we'll get into, that societal collapse is coming. That it's inevitable, that our current path is unsustainable, and if it's going to happen anyway...
Oh, look who's live. Destiny's live. Let's see what he's got. Let's see how jacked up he is.
Merry Christmas, my dude. Thanks for hours and hours of thought-provoking entertainment this past year. All the best. Thanks,
Oh,
of course.
jeez. See that? You guys here, watch this. Here,
How would I like this?
I'll do this another way. We'll keep this screen up
Gruntilda's Lair from Banjo-Kazooie.
so we can see
Music
his chat. And then I'll do this.
By the end of Banjo-Kazooie's intro area, you have a dynamic moveset that we could not have imagined 2 years before its debut. And the musical versatility in store across the bridge became the soundtrack of our entire summer, with the overworld theme for Gruntilda's Lair as the glue that connects all the pieces together. The song starts out on the quiet side. Banjo tiptoes.
Guys, he's on a new
Jesus,
drug.
Jared,
I
thank
don't
you
know.
for
I
another
forgot what it's called. I
100
couldn't.
gifted subs. My
I didn't
God,
try to
you're-
commit it to memory. I've never heard of it before. He's on a new drug, and
Because normally you play violin by dragging a bow across the string.
you guys watch him,
But with pizzicato, you pluck the strings instead.
and
so
you'll
that
see
each
how
note
jacked
a quick
he
flip.
is when he starts
In
talking.
cartoons, one common device when a character tiptoes is to sync up each step with a pizzicato note, a method dating back to the golden age of
He's
animation.
like, yeah, man.
Why was I link this?
He's like, I've never been happier on this new drug.
In
It's
Grunty's Lair,
really
the
made me
syncopated
feel
pizzicato notes pluck
better
their way through
than
the halls
anything else
as
I've
the
been
Baron
on. And I'm
birds
like,
sneak
God,
around
man,
his
it's
fortress,
like, what is that
knowing they're not
like?
supposed to be here.
What is that like, man? Oh, let's
The other option is
step
playing
up
the strings normally with a bow, and we can hear what this sounds like in the sequels over. What this sounds
There we
like
go.
in the sequels over.
No idea. Don't know what just happened or why it did all this. It's weird. Here, I'll usually this is when I'll start closing screens that I'm not using. Solana's at $1.10.41. Harmony's at 1868. That's good. And 1869 just now, and 42.91 Bitcoin. We can get rid of Solana, and our fire's been turned off. Yeah, let's pause that.
The world ILO hacks.
Yeah,
which has
and
the
I do
same
that,
swing
and
rhythm
then the
and
video starts
syncopated
playing.
strings, but without the plucking method.
What is he listening to?
Okay, cute.
What the fuck was that? Was he playing a game there, guys? His chat is all putting
Okay.
in emotes. They're spamming him. With doggies. Dude, I was watching
Are we
one of the
doing this?
podcasters I watch. His name's Andre Jeek, and they got a puppy, and it's a homely little puppy, but it's cute.
I shouldn't.
It's cute. It's got this
How I built
thin
my
little face,
indestructible back.
but it's just this cry. He's like, "Help me name my puppy," and he picked it up, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
hypertrophy and strength training. You need to work hard enough to actually make gains. If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. So I.
Where is it? What a god.
Yeah, but I don't want to hurt myself, man.
Look at this guy go.
Dude, that cannot be good. Oh my god.
Look at him go. What an absolute god. Every gym player in chat, keep your back straight. All of them. All of them are molding at this guy's godlike. What do you want?
I don't know. I think he's hurting himself.
Damn, bro.
I think he's hurting himself doing that.
How's it going?
Okay. I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm chilling,
looks
you know?
painful,
Straight
man.
chilling.
I know that would hurt me.
Okay.
Even with
I can
with
hear
no
that.
weight at all.
Yeah, go for it.
And somebody helping me,
There's
it would still
35
hurt.
minutes. Just give me a heads up. God, yes. This guy's
35 minutes? God damn, that's way too long. What? You think I'm here to talk for 35 minutes? Anyways.
God damn, man.
I've seen on your YouTube page.
Oh.
You've been uploading a whole bunch of like, like your fucking ex-wife. I don't know, wife still. I don't fucking know, right? Okay, so let me get it straight. Is it like the manifesto, the shit that you released? It's not that manifesto shit that you wrote.
Let me
right?
explain something.
Part of it.
This guy that's talking to Destiny right now is a fucking piece of human garbage. Okay? Destiny loves him. You'll listen to him talking, you'll see what I'm talking about, okay? This guy is such a piece of shit.
So, like, at this point, why don't you just fucking, you know what I mean, clean cut, release your fucking manifesto? Because you've been coming out saying, oh, this stupid bitch, and da-da-da. Like, this is way messier than you just releasing the manifesto, but tell me why you think I'm wrong.
He's talking about his divorce.
Initially I typed shit in chat, because I was really fucking molding one night. I probably shouldn't have done that, and I said as much.
This is not why I'm
After I
here.
said I shouldn't have done it, though, her and Tim continued to made some statements publicly saying that I lied about everything. And then there was a whole bunch of weird shit being said behind the scenes. So
Let's
I
see
felt
what the chat's saying.
that I needed to expand on my position a little bit more. And then in the course of doing that, Tim was trying to goad the fuck out of me in chat. And then Melina
This poly
tried to
thing
engage
is
me in
just,
a
it
wild
seems
private conversation,
difficult.
and then was
Yeah.
also still saying more crazy
Seems
things
not.
publicly and privately. And then I think I was gonna leave it, but then that Tim guy gave an interview with the Henry Resilient dude, where he just started saying a bunch of shit that I was saying was lies, and making a ton
You guys
of claims
watch
about himself.
Watch homie's
And
jaw
had
while he
receipts
talks.
to counter every single thing he was saying. So yeah, I think initially I was probably gonna just leave it, or think about like what I want to say about like stuff that I know is being said about me behind the scenes. But then when Tim gave that interview with Henry Resilient and said that I lied about everything, then I think that gave me basically carte blanche to just respond to everything he said, which kind of like let me neatly tell my little side of the story on some part of it, and then yeah. But I think I was good. Like I'm fine with it. I imagine that like Melina would probably want to say something publicly to give some of her side if she wants to. She probably won't. I doubt she wants to, but if she did, she could. I'm not gonna like do a response thing to every single thing he
Talks
said.
so fast
I
it
just don't
sounds
want
like the
people calling me a
video
liar.
is sped up, but this is live.
Okay. By the way, whenever you spoke, your mic sounded like you were like in, I don't know, like in a super windy place.
Yeah, there's
Anyways.
a lot of wind outside my apartment always. I don't know why, but
Whatever, dude. Shut up. There's no
So-
wind.
If I understood you right, if I could just summarize this in one sentence, you're basically counterpunching. You don't want to take the fucking offensive. You don't want to be the first guy to launch anything, even though technically
You're gonna take
you were-
relationship advice from this guy?
chat. But that was only because she was talking a lot of shit in private behind the scenes.
kind
which
of. I
assume
shouldn't have
she's-
said anything privately the first in DGG chat that first time. I shouldn't have said that. That was a mistake on my part.
He did.
True, that's
He
something
did.
we both agree on. I mean, everybody, I guess, at this point. But here's the problem, though, right? You're saying that all you're going to do is just counter the fucking falsehoods that she's saying. That's your position. But you're the one who started. So eventually, this is just going to end up. What I'm trying to say is, you're trying to delay the inevitable. Eventually, you're going to have to fucking release them manifesto, because I assume that either the Tim guy or her won't stop doing what they've already been doing. They've always
I
been
disagree.
talking.
I think Melina doesn't want to say anything about this publicly. I think she's been very careful about it for really good reasons. Melina hasn't really said much. She talks a ton of shit privately. Like at some point, maybe we need to address that. I don't know. But like Melina probably won't say much or do anything. The Tim guy is just he's a child, right? This guy's like many generations behind in terms of like mental development, and was way more confident than he had ever right to be, or any right to be, given like all of the dumb shit that I know he said and done. So yeah, Tim was just a dumb fuck, and he just gave me kind of an opening to say my piece.
Okay, the private talk is what led to that mistake of you going to DGG.
I assume. Okay, wait. You want to say something?
I don't know if the private talk is what led me to going to DGG. I think.
I'm going off of what you said, because you
no,
said
hold
you
on.
had that argument.
The initial thing that I said, or I'm sorry, I understand what you're saying. Maybe you're not. I got super molded over shit that Melina and I were talking about, but it wasn't because she was leaking a ton of shit privately to other people, although that was the case. But I just molded. That wasn't like a calculated, like I should reveal this.
No, it wasn't calculated. Yeah. All I'm saying is, because when you said the story, you said we had the argument, like you was at your PC, and you just heard her like fucking talking to all the people and telling them, and she was crying, and you're like, fuck, now she's going around telling all these people what just
laughing my
happened.
ass off.
Then
Why
you
does
said
it kick
DGG.
out
That's
to
why I
the
said what I said.
side?
Sure, yeah.
So it wasn't that it was calculated. But what I'm trying to ask is, if it were that she's going to do what she's already been doing and has always been doing, which is being, behind the scenes telling people all your business, this, that, and third, will that be enough to say, fuck it, I'm gonna just like come out in public and say everything? And just say
probably not. I feel like I've said enough to establish my side of the story. She's probably still saying that I'm an abuser, blah blah blah. The only thing that would make me go more public is if wow, Jerry, thanks for 100 subs. So much, buddy. Would be if she was saying things like he's a rapist or something. Then maybe I'd be like, okay.
They say couch.
But
they move their.
So there's 0%. Okay, not zero, but there's pretty much like no chance of her doing something that's going to compel you to come out full force.
Very unlikely. It shouldn't have even gotten this far. Just that Tim guy is stupid and she probably lied to Tim a lot.
And what's the random gold digging, like your titles when you gold digging allegations? Because the last time I heard anything about this was the fact that you believe that she's not going to come after you for any money or ask for anything. Maybe I'm out the loop, but it went from she's not gold digging to like, oh my god, fucking, what the fuck happened there?
I don't think she's gold digging. I think that she just found out that her living situation in Sweden was changing significantly, and she probably feels like a little bit fucked financially because she wasn't expecting to be in that spot, I guess. But
wait, not to pocket watch or anything, but somebody of her size with the fucking revenue streams that she has, like, how the fuck would somebody like that be fucked financially? Unless it's something to do with taxes, but that's neither here or there. Anyways.
Yeah, in Europe you're paying like 50-60% taxes on a small business. It's pretty wild, but
I don't know why the fuck anybody would live there, but okay. The Tim guy. So now that's the guy that can lead you to fucking just... Because again, okay, fuck Tim, right? Let me talk about you right now. Do you think that your response and the way that you're handling yourself, because in the beginning, when you did the, what do you call it, the cuck stream, where you were like, oh, she's my queen, or she's my wife, I don't want to bury her, and literally within a week, fucking mental shift. I don't know what the fuck happened there, where you was like super, this is my queen, I'm not here to bury her.
He said why.
Like,
so if you listen to what I listen to, you know why he had that change of heart.
Do you think if you just keep on doing what you're doing right now, it's just going to make like the whole thing even messier than it already is? Because in the beginning it was fine. In the beginning it was okay, unfortunate. There was a separation, but you handled it pretty well. You didn't come out and just fucking bury her. But then as time went on, you've been getting more and more like, no, fuck you, fuck this bitch, fuck everything.
Right.
You've been getting more aggressive. So do you think that that's good for you? Do you think that's a good look? Because right now you seem to me like you believe that you're.
Is that a good look for you?
I've said my piece.
What a
I've changed
dick.
people's minds. I showed them the truth.
Dude, he's entitled to his feelings, bro. You weren't there.
No, I believe it. I'm good. I'm done. The only thing that would change it is if the only thing that triggers me is if people come out and they say that I'm a liar. That's what triggers me. That's the only thing that'll set me off. Melina comes out and talks for an hour about how, like, well, actually, Steven was the shitty person in the relationship. He didn't communicate me about this. He lied or he cheated about this, or blah 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 blah. That's like, okay, fine, whatever. She wants to say her piece. I don't care. I mean, obviously, I'd prefer not to have my shit on the internet, but also she'd probably prefer not to have any of her shit on the internet, which I spread. So I mean, like, she has a right to like say her side of shit. But if Melina comes out and she's like, well, when Steven said this, he lied about all these things.
Let's see how long he's been live for.
Well, okay. Well, in that case, let's talk.
Wait, hold on, stop.
9.5
Right
hours.
to come out and say her side.
Destiny has been live for 9.5 hours, everybody.
So if she says,
hold on,
this is the second time he's been live for over 9 hours in 2 days.
In a relationship. right? So if Melina were to come out and be like, well, you know, I didn't communicate about this thing because,
He is-
you know, I think that Steven's behavior demonstrated that he didn't give a fuck about me. You know, when I was in Sweden for this time, yeah, maybe I didn't defend my husband, but how awkward that I have like this traumatizing court shit, and my husband won't even be with me in Sweden while he's like fucking playing games all day and fucking random girls in America. So you know, fuck him, blah blah blah. I mean, she can have the perspective. I'm not gonna sit here and fight with her on it. Like, no, that's not fair. Like, that's her perspective. That's fine. That's fair.
But we agree. We agree that's a very fine line to toe, pretty much. Because if she slips up in her fucking retelling of, you know, the relationship and says something that you just believe paints you crazy, even though it's quote unquote her perspective. Because again, I'm pretty sure you're the guy who said whenever you went to like some, what's it called, like a mutual friend, and they were trying to both sides your fucking problems. You're the guy who said that no, there's only one side. So
wow, was your ethics the 150
perspectives, I understand where you're coming from because there's nuance involved.
Yeah, when I say there's only one side, I don't mean there's only one side. What I'm saying is there's only one set of facts. Sometimes we have disagreements on those sets of facts. So like we can have like multiple perspectives on a thing, but like there can only be one set of facts. And if Melina has a really hard time telling a story without getting the facts wrong, then I will respond. You know what? That's her fault. That's her problem. That's something she needs to grow up and figure out. I have no problem going back and forth all day on that shit.
But you feel responsible for bringing it out into the public, even though she didn't want to do it.
I mean,
right?
a little bit, but not
Her
that
hand is
much.
Forced, you know what I mean? Her
No,
hand's forced,
no,
and
that's
if she
bullshit.
even-
No, that's a Melina.
Wait, hold on. Let me okay, wait, stop. You admit that she didn't want any of this to be out in public. You brought it in, like to the public in a moment of anger.
No, she
so
made it
now
public.
She comes out and
No,
says her
Melina-
perspective, which you don't have a problem with.
Melina
But, like I
released
said,
Hold on,
plenty of
hold
information.
on. The thing I'm taking issue is when you said her hand is forced. Okay, this is what I firmly believe, and if somebody wants to give me analytics or something from Melina's side, or something different, then we can have a conversation on that. But from my perspective, and I could be biased because I am me, but from my perspective, I shouldn't have leaked anything in DG chat. I shouldn't have said anything there at all. That is true. But the pushback that I got from leaking that, from people finding out that I was getting divorced, all the videos, all the tweets, all the celebs talking about it, and the negative fixation on me, I feel like that's probably worse than probably almost on those 2 days was probably more extreme than Melina's collectively gotten in this entire thing. That's my feeling. I could be wrong on that, but
Yeah, but does that really matter? That you shot yourself in the foot, but also the bullet ricocheted and fucking hit her in the shoulder. You know what I
does
mean?
it matter? I'm just saying that in response to you saying like her hand is forced. No, it's not.
Absolutely.
If Melina,
if
hold on, wait. If Melina doesn't respond to anything that I leaked in chat, if she just went live, which I think she actually did, if she went live and she's like, well, I think that Steven lied about some things and blah blah blah, and just kept streaming, she'd probably be fine. Everybody forgot about it in like 3 days, and then it's whatever. That's it. Her hand's not forced anywhere there.
So if you came out and you just, I mean, I don't think you necessarily exposed a lot of shit. I mean, you did say more than you had to, but I wouldn't say that her hand is super forced other than the fact that she has some shit that she didn't want public, now public. She's going to constantly face people telling her to speak about it. Eventually, and I know we may disagree with this, eventually, she'll probably say a thing or two involving it.
No.
Eventually.
One, I don't think
Yes.
so, but two, again,
I
where do you
guarantee.
see this? Where do you see her being like, why are people telling her to speak about it? She doesn't have to say anything about it.
No, you know how these online garbage fucking relationship shits go, right? Like two people that were together for a long period of time. now they're
I
fucking
understand.
worked out, everybody-
Like, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but when you say like you know how these go, I do. I know these go very well. I think I've been involved in
Yes.
more internet fighting than most people, and I know exactly how they go. The reason why I don't believe that in this case any of it applies is because even though me and Melina were together for 5 years,
Hey,
our
Chris.
communities are almost completely separate. We have like no overlap. We run in different social circles. We have totally different communities across all of our social media platforms. And we have almost no audience overlap.
Thanks, Renewed.
So Melina, like if Melina was like in my apartment and we had like 50% audience share, yeah, she has this one because everybody watches me like, yo, what's going on with Destiny? Yo, what's happening with Destiny? But her community doesn't watch me. They don't know me, and none of her friends
Yeah,
like watch
but-
me or know me. So
okay,
I don't
hold
think there's
on.
the same pressure. Whereas like, hold on, if like Nick and Melina were to break up, that's almost everything's gonna come out because everybody in the community. Or like when Mizkif and Maya broke up, there was probably a lot of pressure there too. But for me, Melina, our communities are almost completely separate. I don't think that there's a lot of pressure there.
Fair, but that's a technicality because it doesn't matter if the communities overlap because one community could just go fucking be OD and like be extra in the other person's place. So what I'm pretty much saying is DGG could be the ones going into her fucking place and giving her a hard time. Now I know you've discouraged this,
DGG
but just
is his
because
chat.
you know fucking
on
Boss
his
man
website,
discourages
it's
it
called
doesn't mean that people are gonna follow. And I'm sure you've recognized that she has been
GG, I
receiving
don't know.
shit on her social media platform.
I know what
In fact,
GG
you're the one who
stands for.
spoke about it.
Yeah, I do, but like the way that interaction works, you keep saying like you know, I do know. I don't know if you know, or I'm not like insulting you, but like the way that it works is, wow, is your Jesus Christ, bro? You're Santa Claus today. Thanks for having a good.
Yo, how about you come to fucking kick.com/Karatos and show some fucking love
Jesus.
too, goddamn.
The way that it works is a fan base will brigade another person to try to figure out like, what's going on. Is it true? Is this allegation? Did you really blah 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 blah? And after the streamer doesn't respond, people get bored and they leave in a few hours. Maybe they try it for 2 or 3 days. But if like 3 days at the
Like,
most.
if you
But if the
wanna
streamer's
see
not
the
responding,
Kick
not
chat,
engaged,
that
then people
one,
just like leave. Like, oh well, fuck
we
this.
could go
you know?
watch on
Yeah.
Kick. It would be
What I'm pretty much
it
saying
would be on the right side.
And you can tell me,
too.
I know the obvious
See,
answer,
these are
but,
two
like,
different chats.
try to elaborate on it. Don't you think that she'd probably have
It's the
one free
YouTube
pass
chat
to like
over
just
here,
let her
and
shit
that's the
go,
Kick
just like
chat
you
right
did?
there.
I don't care
'Cause
about.
We
I
could
don't care about
chat in
people
either.
letting their shit go. If she wants to let her shit go and try to like
But
blow up some shit for me,
his
that's
YouTube
fine. Go
chat's
for
not
it.
showing
Just
up
don't
on screen.
lie. That's
So
the
if
thing I
we
don't
wanted
want.
to see
Does that make
our
sense?
chat
Just don't
on his
lie.
screen, we could just go to Kick and chat from there,
that's
and then our chat would pop up right there on his screen.
Like, I'm sure that there are logs that Melina could dig through where she's like, I was hurting here, and here's what I said to one friend. Like, I don't know if Steven loves me or is there for
So,
me. And then she leaks a log, and she's
if
like,
you
hey,
look
can
on
you,
the
like, do this
left,
thing for me? And I'm like, actually, fuck you, bitch. Like, I'm
this
busy working or whatever. And she's like, this is
and
how
this are
Steven
the
was like in
same-
our
they're the same
relationship.
thing.
Well, fuck it. That's fine. That's fair. That's a perspective. I don't know if it was, like, that bad. But I'm saying, like, there are things that she could say that make me look bad, that paint me in a bad light, where she's showing it. And I'm not going to be like, well, I'm going to respond to every single part of her. Like, I'm not going to do it. That's fine. But if she lies about something, if she's like, oh, well, 3 years ago, I didn't want to sex him and he tried to rape me. It's like, well, okay, well, let's see exactly
Oh,
what
wait,
happened.
no, that might be DGG chat up
I
there.
get what you're saying, but golly.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I'm not going to respond
You know
to
what?
every single thing. That's why I didn't even know if I
No.
was ever going to respond, even because Melina, I think,
No,
was
it's
like,
the same
Steven
thing.
lied about some things.
No, it's
and
the
then she,
same
like, didn't say shit. She was talking a lot of shit privately. I wasn't sure if I was going to respond or not. I don't think I had a plan to, but the day that I went live, and I was thinking about talking about things, that Tim guy did a whole ass interview with Henry, and for like 6 minutes denied in explicit detail every single thing I said. I was like, oh, okay, well, it's like some Israel-Palestine shit, Was I territorial and expansionist from the beginning, or did I have a really good excuse from Egypt to, fucking go hard? I don't know, but
What's your thoughts on Henry and the videos that he did?
he's just a drama farmer who just that's it. That's what Henry does.
So no hard feelings. It's just business.
I mean, obviously,
Yeah,
I don't necessarily like the guy. I mean, he's like a drama farmer in like the worst way. But I mean, like, I don't think it was personal. I don't have like personal hatred for him or whatever. He's like a.
Because I watched a couple of videos. I'm not gonna lie. No, I don't glaze over here, but it was a bit crazy. Like the first couple of videos that he made, like he just completely took the Tim guy at face value.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he just ran with it, even though his whole thing was, yeah, Destiny didn't show logs. I know you DGG people just want to believe him because he's fucking like your god or whatever, but we need logs. But at the same time, Tim didn't show any logs yet. He still went with it. But to be fair to him, right? To be fair to Henry, which by the way, maybe we'll have him keep sometime in the future. Yeah. Why not? You know what I mean? But damn Gina, thank you for the subs. I appreciate it. Why are you owing me right now? Stop.
Next one of my viewers, the damn Gina person. Go ahead.
Okay, W. Now you're my viewer. You're converted. Welcome to Islam. Okay. So with Henry, right? He changed his tune after you fucking released the fucking screenshots.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to talk about Tim. Don't you think? Now I know this is the demon that fucking ruined your relationship and all that stuff. But don't you think like you're a bit OD? Cause like you could care less about this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking kill yourself, blah blah. I'm pretty sure I've never heard you discourage your fucking community to also like go super hard on him. I've also didn't hear you encouraging them, to be fair, so I didn't hear either side. But what's your thoughts on the way that you've been handling him? Especially since his shit was offline. It's different than somebody that fucks with you online. So therefore it's like, okay, it's open fucking, like, I go back and forth with them.
I mean, for Tim,
he didn't
like,
really do much.
yeah, I mean, I don't know how. Wait, what did you say? Hold on.
He didn't do shit online too. Was
He
offline.
did though. He
to
tried to provoke the fuck out of me.
No, but that was after. No, that's after everything like came to light. I'm saying like.
I think
prior to
when
that-
I was
Yeah, come on.
doing, I think when I was talking a bit on my stream, and going through a few things, but I don't think anything in detail. I don't think I did anything in great detail. Like I didn't go through the timeline of the last 4 months. I don't remember what I was talking about. But Tim was in my YouTube chat, like trying to provoke the fuck out of me. saying things like, "Oh, well, time is money, and I'm spending my time with Melina," and "Oh, I've got that cuck slayer Riz," and "Oh, like I'm hanging out, I graduated from the top school. Oh, he doesn't have any Twitch money because he's banned." Like there was like 20 lines that were trying to provoke the fuck out of me. Don't nuke me, bro, so I don't have to nuke you. Like, gee, I didn't even respond to him that night. Yeah.
Within the timeline though, that's after you literally like just went full napalm on his ass. Like,
had I gone?
Yes, it was. Yes. Like, fucking go kill yourself. I don't care anything that happens to this guy. This guy's a bum. And again, like I've said, and you understand this. You understand, like, that's why I'm pretty sure you're the guy who said this as well. This may be years ago. Fucking memory's acting up. But you're the guy who says, listen, I make sure that I explicitly say, don't do this to somebody. Don't do that to somebody. I don't leave anything up to the fucking gray zone because I want it to be clear. I don't want people to be harassed. I don't want people to fucking, suffer consequences just because I have a problem with them. But with this fucking Tim guy, again, I'll repeat, you haven't encouraged anybody to go harass him.
Wow, sure. Thanks for the 100 things.
God damn, again? Bro. Hey.
I would have to go back and check my video.
Dude,
I don't feel like
dude is a multi-millionaire. Got a $9 million contract or more with Kick,
it's green light to
and people tip him $100 all
and I
day.
see the way that you handled him, right?
Here's what, you know what? Oh, you know what? Here, I'll give you this. Okay, this is a big change in perspective that I've had, and because I was trying to figure out like how I missed so much on the Melina relationship stuff and on other friends. Okay, here's a big change in perspective. Let me grant this to you, my child. Okay, you can think this way, and other people can. Okay, I've spent a lot of my time in life, okay, thinking, why is this person doing this bad thing? Like why, wait, hold on.
Right on, Taco.
Yeah, I've spent a lot of time trying to analyze like why are people doing bad things basically, and instead of doing that, I think what I am changing my perspective to is like why isn't this person doing good things? Rather like why are you doing all these bad things? Like the question should be why aren't you doing good things? I think people need to be more proactive in their life. Okay, the Tim guy, like when I look at the actions that this dude has taken collectively, like this is the dumbest motherfucker in the universe. Okay, why would you date somebody who is like married to a well-known fucking celebrity that like blows people up online, and then suicide threat to get that person? Like, how would you not be expecting some crazy shit? That in my opinion, not to suck myself off, but the fact that I didn't say shit about this for a month is kind of astounding to me. Like, or 2 months. Like, I don't know how you would ever expect to do that and not have your shit get.
The high road?
I'm not. Yeah, I am. Yeah. Like, if I were to, let's say Leonardo DiCaprio was dating some woman or some who's super active on social media. Fuck, I don't know. Let's say Elon Musk was dating some fucking Grimes again, and I like go to Grimes and I start like hitting on her, and eventually I'm like, Grimes, you need to break up with Elon, or I'm gonna fucking kill myself. I need you in my life, baby. Right? Before I even say that, you better believe that I'm like battening down the hatches because I'm ready to go to war with Elon. That would be an expectation I have. That if I'm going to go to the person you're with and I'm going to threaten some crazy shit to get them to, I know we're going to war. I would expect that, right? I think that's a fair expectation. Do you think?
Okay, fucking
42,950.
Hold on 1 second.
What part? Tell me what part of that is an unfair or unreasonable expectation.
No, stop. Because we've had this fucking argument. Remember when I told you should fucking expect, to get
Destiny?
fucking all that shit for dissing Islam, and then you were like, just because it's expected doesn't make it right. Pretty much that's what you told me. And in this scenario, it 100% applies. The shoe fits, the glove fits. Just because it is to be expected doesn't mean it's right. And I'm pretty sure you're not fucking defending what you're doing to this fucking guy. Am I right or am I wrong? You're not defending it, but
I think it's fair to. I'm never gonna win if you're gonna like fall back on the comparison of like we can kill people for drawing pictures of Muhammad. Like that's just a comparison that we're just never gonna.
The guy is suicidal, and you think.
What I'm saying is that if me and Melina, there's two things. There were two futures for me and Melina's relationship. Okay, this is how I justified it to myself at the time when I first leaked stuff. And I shouldn't have, but this is my justification at the time. There's two ways that me and Melina's relationship can go forward. One is we go on a 6-month break. Melina goes and lives with this dude and makes a relationship work with him. I don't see her at all. And eventually people start making videos that like I'm getting cucked or like we've broken up and I'm like in denial. Okay? That's one way that it can happen. The second way that can happen is we announce that we're breaking up or whatever, and then I have to say something for my side, because same story, like everybody's gonna make videos and blah 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 blah. So at some point I have to say something, okay? Now, Is there any world ever
So,
where I make a statement
is
and I
it
say, me and
ever
Melina, we
fine
just kind of like
when
mutually
each
agreed to
one of
part
them
ways, when
steps
she's
back
like
and says,
now dating somebody that was like making
"Take
suicide threats and being
responsibility
manipulative
for
as fuck to
their
try to like get her to date him?
actions?"
Is there any world where I'm not saying anything about that ever?
You could say the facts without fucking painting them in the way that you have.
I'm sorry, how do you paint that in a more neutral way?
Wait, hold on. Even then, I don't think that you necessarily would be forced in this scenario to fucking delve into each and specific fucking tiny detail of why the fucking relationship.
Careful, yes,
is
true.
failed.
However, I didn't dive into the details until Tim gave that interview with the Henry dude. Then it was detail diving time.
No, I understand, but we're talking about it in the scenarios. You're right. Because in your mind, your justification is, listen, I've done what would have eventually happened anyways.
4364.
In this scenario, this would have went down this way, and it
69.
would have caused me to fucking come out with the details, and end result would have been the same. No, the end result would have been the same, because in the second scenario, the way that you painted it is incorrect. You could have just came out and
74.
said, listen, me and Melina are not together anymore. Keep it as vague as possible without necessarily burying
Wait,
her
but the
or even him under the
Wait,
bus.
but the vagueness is incredibly damaging to me and incredibly beneficial to Melina and Tim. Why would I be the stan of their relationship and throw myself under the bus for that?
But this was damaging too, by the way. You acknowledge
Wow,
that it
Azure,
was
thanks for the
damaging.
100 gift subs.
You literally
Wait,
just
damaging
said
to
right
who?
now- No, right now, what you did when we were talking about you coming out in DDG chat, you said, I would argue that I actually received more shit about these people making videos. So you still fucked yourself right now. You're
No.
like-
You're on a totally different topic. We can go back to that if you want. But right now, what we're talking about is, should I have just made no statements and been entirely neutral? If I do that, I'm throwing myself under the bus. I'm taking all the heat publicly, and I'm basically serving as like a defender for Tim and Melina's relationship, while they also both trashed me privately behind the scenes. Why would I ever have that obligation?
As opposed to now?
As opposed to now, where I think I've given my side of the story more, yeah, and she catches a little bit more heat, and at least I don't have.
Who the fuck has been flamed? Like, in your, because again, you believe you've been flamed way more than her.
Sure.
So at the end of the day, like.
No.
This
You're
scenario
misunderstanding.
is-
Wow, good guy creeper. Thanks for for gifting 10 subs. Or 20 subs. I was always gonna get flamed. Nothing is changing that ever.
Okay.
So I don't know why you're saying you gotta. I'm not getting flamed because I no red pillar is ever engaging with the details of my relationship. That's never happening. They don't even care about the details. They just care that we broke up. So
Okay, you know what? Let's uncomplicate everything right now and like boil it down to its basics. What I'm trying to say is, you could have probably gone about this in a way that wouldn't have fucking completely smoked that dude, or like fucking made him look crazy, or like not made him look crazy, wouldn't have made him a target for harassment, which I'm pretty sure he is at this point. I am very confident.
But like,
in that.
why would I?
Wait, you-
Yeah, I could have. Yeah, of
On
course.
suicide,
But
dude,
why would I
he's
take that on myself?
What do you mean? Just because? Okay, I think you believe that it's either zeros or ones. It's either I don't fucking get this guy to be flamed, therefore I get super flamed, or I get flamed, but he also gets flamed. Those are not the only two options that exist. You know that, right? You could probably have come out with this shit.
The public
Without
perception, hold on. The public perception of me and Melina, and a lot of the private perception, up until like a month before, because I really never said anything bad about her to basically anybody. The public perception was that I am like this kind of like cold, sociopathic, abusive piece of shit who's like cheated and lied all throughout our relationship. And Melina's kind of like this innocent angel that kind of floats on, and she's a lot younger, and she's kind of been like a victim of mine for a long time. And that she finally got out, and now she's found like a really great guy who like takes care of her way more and is super wholesome and nice, and she got away from me. That was like the public perception essentially of our relationship ending if I say nothing. 100%. Why would I take all that? And moving forward publicly, given everything that happened,
Yeah,
why would
without-
I
you have
take
to
that? Why would I
divulge
want to say
everything.
anything publicly at all? You don't think I have a
You
right
can't
to
just
say
say-
anything at all about what I feel like the relationship was like for the past month or two?
Okay, no, it's not about whether you have the right or not, because at the end of the day, you could do whatever the fuck you want, right? That's one.
Well, no, I'm
Two,
asking even in terms of like what's like a reasonable, like moral, whatever, like expectation. Was it for me to take that?
I'll answer you, but my answer depends on what your answer to this
Sure,
question
okay.
is. Do you think didn't you want, in the beginning of all of this, to protect her from getting buried, your ex-wife? You wanted to protect her from like
You
getting
guys were
hit
outta
too
here.
hard, people fucking criticizing, like just it getting
you
messy on
enjoyed
her
the 2
end.
hours
I
of
don't know.
chatting.
I don't know how I felt about
Take
that
care,
for the
everybody.
past 3 months. there was a
But
brief period.
the cuck video. Remember what you said in that.
Yeah,
that,
the cuck
that
video
cuck
happened because there was a brief moment in time where I got flipped again by our couples therapist. Thanks, Azure, for another 100 good subs. There's a brief moment in time where by our therapist and by a bunch of mutual friends and other people that I talked to, I got flipped again into thinking that